The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We were talking about how good it was that the school kids can go on the bus for free this year.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. It's really great.
So school kids Monday to Friday,
Yeah.
everybody on Sunday.
Yeah.
That is lovely.
Yeah, you need your smart rider,
You got
obviously.
to, otherwise you get attacked.
Tag on and off.
Here we were talking about that, and then our friend here, Sam, who is a digital content producer, he piped up and went, "Oh, wait there.
Do I have a story
I
for
have
you?
a school bus story."
You do, Sam.
Yes, I was a container for change.
Container for
Agent for
No,
change
agent
is
for
the-
change.
Agent
It's a
for
different
change.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
no
Container for change, fantastic program. Get
Container for
involved.
change,
She sends the bottom.
they're worth more.
So I used to catch the bus to work every day. And it was, around the time I would get on the buses, around the time that people were going to school. And we lived near two schools. And so...
What area were we in?
Lansdale, Dutch
Okay.
area. So
Yep.
the 450, if everyone wants the bus number as well.
450 rider, yep.
And I was a couple stops before the first school, so the buses were always heaving with children, and you could never get on. But it didn't make any sense because they would get off in two stops, so I would have to miss a whole bus because these kids were just taking up the whole.
So there was no room for you on the
get
bus.
on.
You had
No.
to wait for the next one to
no,
come
no,
along,
no,
and they were
exactly
always
right.
full because you were
Yes.
two stops from the
So
school.
what was your options?
The option was drive to work,
Yeah.
or dress
just-
as a schoolboy.
yeah, or push my way through these kids and hope that I would get a seat or get on the bus.
They would obviously give up their seat for an
Yeah, to a
elderly
senior.
gentleman like you.
a senior queen.
Did you say a senior queen?
Yes, 28. Anyway, so one day I just cracked it and I was like, I need to message Transperth and, have my say. And I said, it's ridiculous that these kids are taking up all the bus. They're only paying 50 cents to get on. I need to get to work.
Did he shake your walking stick while you were-
Yes, that old man yells at cloud.
Yes.
There's only one bus from 8 to 9 o'clock. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so I put it all in a complaint, sent it off to Transperth. And a week later, I got a call from a random number, and it was a woman from Transperth being like, "Hi, yeah, we reviewed your complaint, blah 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 blah, and we're adding another bus route. You're
You
right."
made it happen.
Oh, my God. I've not heard of anyone being successful.
If you don't ask, you don't get.
I was completely gagged by the whole situation. I'm going to run for president after this.
Yes,
This
clearly.
is,
Of
insane. Yeah, it was incredible. I was, a
You
container for change.
changed that whole bus route
Yeah.
for people like you to be able to get to work on time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not fight their way through the kids.
And while it was amazing, all it did was just spread the kids out.
Yeah, so
Two buses.
Yeah.
But you
I
can
still
at least
got
get
on, but I got on. I
Yes,
got
that's
on.
right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then two stops
Yeah.
later, they
Yeah.
got off. So, and then you just were on the bus on your own like a king.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that I've been an agent for change as well. So on the Guzmani Gomez app, they had redone it. And suddenly I realised when building the extras into my Cali burrito, I like to get extra sour cream, and then also I like to treat myself and get queso, a bit of queso cheese in there. Yeah,
Surely you have
Just
to
after you whip yourself,
first.
obviously.
Keep going.
yeah. It's a weekend thing.
You don't
so-
treat yourself
whipping.
very
I
easily.
don't know, especially getting some queso cheese in there anyway. But then suddenly the option to put that cheese in there as an extra wasn't available. You couldn't actually do it. So that really shook me. So I sent you can respond on the app. So I sent a bit of feedback and just said, I'm just wondering, since the app got redone, why you can't add queso as an extra. And I got a reply back and they said, oh, we're actually working out some of the bugs. Thank you so much for letting us know. That weekend,
Who's back?
who had liquid cheese in their burrito? Me.
Yeah. In your face.
And many others, too, would now be enjoying liquid cheese in their burritos.
Yep.
Liquid cheese for all.
Because of me. So I know exactly how you feel, container of change.
Incredible.
All right.
Or agent.
Are you an agent of change as well? Have you made something happen? Whether it's because you complained,
Yeah.
maybe you just went to somebody
Yeah.
with a great idea and they went, yes,
Yeah.
we will do
Yes,
that.
we will implement that
If
one.
you see
Samuel.
a problem, I'll solve it, as they say. We're going to give someone 6 tickets to Adventure World Nights.
What happens there, Nate?
Oh, heaps of stuff. Think Adventure World's just for kids? Check out Adventure World Nights. Tickets at adventureworld.net.au. I've got to make a change here. We're going through renovations right now, and we've got a new kettle, and I'm enraged with our boss actually because we need a kettle that has a heating function. So once it heats up, it stays warm for like 10 minutes or so, or 20 minutes. You can buy them because then by the time the kettle boils, there's always we're back on air, and I
So
can
you
never
gotta go
make
back
a cup
and-
of tea.
yeah.
So it's a timing thing. But Harry, do you use the kettle?
I certainly do.
Okay, so here's the rule. You ready? When you use the kettle, can you please fill it back up for the next person and turn it on? Because I keep filling up the kettle, turning it on, then I go there and it's half empty, and then I'm back at the start having to do it again, and it's you.
You didn't see that coming, Harry. Straight attack.
I'm using about 40 mils of water.
No, you're
that
not.
thing is about 2 litres.
No, you're not. I've got to fill up this Yeti, 8-ounce Yeti.
There is so much left in the kettle.
No,
I'm done
there's
with
not.
Hey, can we talk to Laura?
I'm trying to be an agent for change.
Do it on
You're
your
just
own
having a go,
time.
Harry.
Laura's in Dayton. Hi, Laura.
Hey,
Hey,
Laura.
Laura, are you an agent for change? What did you do?
well, I got transferred to put in a new bus stop.
Oh. Okay, talk us through
Okay,
it.
this
What
is-
was the process?
Okay, well, my son was going to school, and the only available bus stop for him was too far away, and the roadworks were making the location a bit dangerous for him.
Yep.
So I contacted Transperth and suggested a location where I wanted the bus stop, and they put in a new bus stop.
It's that easy.
Oh, my God.
Transperth seem very open to
wait there,
suggestions,
we need
don't
to get
they?
one.
Can we just get one? Can all of us get one?
Well, I think they saw the sense of it.
Yes. Also, when was the last time
Actually-
you caught a bus,
No,
Nathan?
but
Nah.
I just like it because it
Transperth are pretty good.
adds value to your
Yes,
house.
yeah.
If there's a bus stop right at the side, well, everyone, let's get one. We'll just do bus stop, bus stop, bus stop,
Yeah,
bus stop,
it's
bus
going
stop.
to take you 8 hours to get to work. for
They
sure.
seem to be they seem to be nice, and you'll be able to
'Cause there was
talk them into anything.
There used to be a bus stop around the corner from me, and they took it away. Right in front of where you get your Conti rolls, Sean.
Oh, right.
There used to be a bus stop there. It's not there anymore.
One time in Fremantle, I knocked on the window of the bus that was just out the front. I was just in Fremantle. I asked the guy if he could drop us to the left bank, and he did. That's how good these people are. That's a true story.
Transperth, mate.
I love
Brilliant.
Transperth.
Thanks, Laura. Melinda, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Great, Melinda. Are you
Melinda.
an agent for change?
Well, sort of. So I run a business, and I took out public liability insurance for the staff that I've got on.
Yep.
And I explained to the insurance company how I pay them, and they pay their own tax, and I pay their super. And so they charged me for these staff for probably a good 18 months. And I had a claim that I had to put through, and they denied it. And they said, I said, why is it denied? And they said, because they're subcontractors. And I said, well, you've been charging me for this insurance for 18 months for people that aren't covered. And I said, that's fraud, as far as I'm concerned. And so I fought it for 5 months, and they finally put my claims through after 5 months because the insurance company actually agreed that, I was
you
in
were
the
right.
But now they're going to reword all their policies to make it easier for people to understand.
Well,
You-
that makes sense,
Yes.
Melinda.
You're an agent for change,
But
Melinda?
is this an insurance company who's rewording something?
Yes.
Because of you?
Yes.
Yes.
That's unheard of
big.
as well.
Isn't it
That's
just?
big.
Mate, imagine how many bus stops you'd get.
Well, they're actually said to me that they're going to honour the other claims that are in the same situation as mine as well.
Oh,
Good
I
Lord,
would have
that
said,
never
I would have said I don't care about those guys. I'm like,
I'm in this for myself.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thanks, Melinda. Chris is in Doubleview. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hey,
Good, Chris.
Buddy, are you an agent for change?
Yeah. I've been working for a professional sports team here in Perth for the last 2 years after moving from New Zealand, and just sort of help them change the way that they select players, the staff that we have to support them to get young athletes professional contracts within rugby union.
So wait there, can we ask...
You're an actual agent.
So
You're a
Western
professional
Force?
agent for change.
So wait there,
I
who do you work
I
for?
deal with player agents every day, yeah. But I'm a general manager of a sporting team here, and it's taken a couple of years to get the Western Force back up and running, but we're on the right track, and we're pretty excited for the upcoming season.
Oh, that has been a big win for WA because when it was the ARU decided the Western
Yes.
Force were out, that was huge. And to be able to get them up and running in a capacity which they're bloody competitive at is bloody great.
So what you're saying is the changes you've made will make them successful. So whatever success they have from now on is because of you, isn't it?
Not because of me, because of the people around me. But
No, I think it's because of you.
No, the topic's not what did the people around me change. The topic's about you changing
You
things.
personally.
Go to the Western Force. I hope they have a belter of a season this year.
Good on
For
you,
sure.
Chris. Thanks, mate.
Hey, we got tickets up for grabs to Adventure World Nights. Please join in. Think Adventure World's just for kids? Check out AW Nights. Tickets at adventureworld.net.au. Melinda winning against an insurance company
Which is
and getting the
unheard
fine
of.
print
Changed.
rejigged.
Yeah,
Amazing.
actually changing the
That's
wording
good.
of the policy. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
Everyone today will be contacting Transperth to try and get stuff.
They're
I want a
good.
bus stop.
They're so good.
I want to ride to the left
Why
bank.
not?
It's all up for grabs.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We love Fringe World. It's happening right now and visiting from the eastern states, everybody.
Yep, and also actually has a fringe.
That
She does.
Yes,
She does too.
I cut it on purpose this morning, actually.
This is Ron Lewis. Her show obviously is at Oasis Comedy Club, which is at the Brisbane Hotel, until Sunday. Tickets from fringeworld.com.au.
Bron, what hair do you have when you go to Bangfest?
The same, actually.
Just a little bit more messier.
Yeah,
Just at the
yeah,
back
exactly.
there.
It couldn't get much messier.
Yeah.
It's very warm here. I usually look a little nicer than this.
You
but
look
I
lovely,
can't,
Bron.
I can't. That's very
So
nice
talk
to
about
say
your
that,
journey
sure.
this morning.
About your strategic error.
Where did you walk from to Nova? Nova here in
Yes,
Subiaco.
I got up early. I thought this will be a nice walk because you can't go out after, what is it, 8:30? So I thought I'll go out now. This is good. And I walked from West Perth, and then you know when you just dig your heels in, like
Yeah.
I think I've made a decision. I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm going to live with it.
It's
Yeah.
I'm not
walking.
running.
Everyone does it every day.
I know.
People everywhere.
And can I
Millions.
tell you, Nathan, how many scooters I walk past? So many. You know, it's like that meme. It's like, oh, you know, I was dying and I just wanted God to send me a message. And
Yes.
then a boat came out and something else came out and he gets to heaven and he goes, why didn't you save me? And God says, I sent you a bloody boat. That's what happened with the scooters.
Just orange scooter on top of orange scooter. But no, she walks past and you finally get here. But tell everyone, what's the mistake to wear when you're going for a walk in the hot weather?
Are you referring to my outfit right now?
I'm just saying,
It's
people can
actually
judge for
really
themselves.
rude.
People can
It
judge.
is. I'm wearing a denim jumpsuit.
To attract the extra rays that you might not be
Yes.
getting.
With a leather G-string, which that was probably the ultimate
Yeah, the
mistake.
chafing is next level.
Oh, Bron, it's good to have you in here. I was thinking, the last couple of days we've had a few comedians getting around, and we kind of asked this question a lot. A lot of them have come in here and have been lawyers or mathematicians and physicists and all this kind of stuff. What's your background?
I was a teacher, so
Were
less
you?
nerdy.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
a
What
teacher.
year?
I taught high school, so mostly just year 11 and year 12.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
So it was like, you know, it doesn't matter how bad a gig is. I've had worse audiences.
Yes, for
you
sure.
know, it's
For
fine.
sure.
It's actually,
How long ago was that, though? Because you look very young.
That's so nice of you to say that.
Like, basically, I'm talking to a fetus with lipstick
and a denim jumpsuit.
and a fringe.
And this heat must be doing wonders for me then.
Because you look so young
Dewy
now. So
complexion.
how many years ago was that?
That was, I was a teacher for 10 years. I'm 37.
I know, but like you would have looked way younger back 10 years ago, of course.
Well,
so
I
did you?
hope so,
did
yeah.
people? You
Did
would
the
think-
students crack onto us? Is that what you're thinking?
Is that what you're trying
How
to say?
many
Were you the
affairs
hot
did you have?
teacher?
No, I wasn't. No,
were
kids
were
aren't
you
interested
ordered
in
out of the
young ladies.
profession is what we want to know.
Yes, that's where we're going. No, I wasn't. Teenagers are pretty interested in themselves and touching each other. So when a grown up walks into the room, they kind of recoil, which is what I did as well. So that was fine.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
It must be so hard being a teacher nowadays. I know that we went through trends
'Cause of
and
how you
stuff
can't
when we
hit
were
them
at
and
school.
stuff.
No, but I know when we went through trends, you know what I mean? But nowadays, it seems to be every 5 seconds there's a new trend that comes out telling us that we're old.
Yeah.
Like we're not wearing our socks pulled up.
Or parting our hair right.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Or you're not
Skinny
showing
jeans
enough,
around.
or you're showing skin in between your leggings and your
Yeah.
And your
your
shoes and your sock, yeah.
No, I wasn't. I got out of teaching because to get into comedy, but I was really relieved to get out of teaching because, as you guys would probably imagine, it's really hard. One year, in my first year of teaching, a boy, he was in year 8, Shane Whitley, his real name, he brought in... he brought in real bullets to the class, real bullets, Sean, and he put them around his desk, and he hated me so much. I'll describe him for you. He had like a mullet in between the times that they were cool.
Okay, yeah, right.
And he had really thin lips, and he never blinked.
Parked up. And he never blinked.
Never blinked.
That's
and he
the real alarm.
Absolutely terrible. And he hated me. I don't know what it was about me, but he hated me instantly.
Yeah.
And so he just decided to make my whole first year like a living nightmare. And this one day when I walked in, he'd put bullets around his desk.
So this is a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
So live ammunition is surrounding him like a fence.
Yes, and I walked I walked in, and I don't know how he got in there. The door was locked. It was terrifying.
He shot his way in.
Yes. Yeah, probably. And he got in, and I looked at him, and he said, "Hey, Miss Lewis, if I had a gun, you'd be dead."
So why did you leave teaching? Oh my God!
Do we know where Shane is now?
I hope he's dead. But I
Shane's
don't
on the
know.
roof at the Regal over here. You can see him right now. Say hello.
This is a
don't know.
Michelle Pfeiffer movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's terrifying. No, but there's no good ending. I just left. He won. It was really fun. When I complained about it, the teachers were like, "Oh, boys will be boys."
Took no action against him for that. So threatened to kill you.
Yeah, no, it was fine. And he used to film me on his phone, and he used to, and then he would this was in 2012, a long time ago, and then he would show me the footage, and it would have it put a bomb that was making me explode.
Are you
the effort this kid went to? He couldn't read or write, but he could do that.
Have you not? Do you not feel like you should keep tabs on where this kid is at all times?
No, I feel like he hated all women. He'd do that to you as well, Nat.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, that's
don't worry.
not.
Isn't
Thank
that-
you. I wouldn't want to feel left out.
So, Ron, the video, you actually thought the video was well made.
I thought it's great.
I mean,
Well
you can
done.
get upset about it, or you can go, gee, that
So
was
he
really
had
well
some skills.
I exploded beautifully there. That's well done.
that's bloody good.
That is blowing me away. And then they're all like, "Oh, boys, they'll be boys."
Yeah. I
But
mean,
that was
Moving
the
into
attitude.
comedy would have been seamless then.
well,
Because
that's right, exactly. So when people go, "I don't know how to do stand-up," I'm like, "Well, have you ever taught your 8 boys?"
Yeah.
It's fine. It's great, actually. And the Perth audiences are beautiful. I've come back to Perth. I've come back to Perth a few times just to do sets, not my whole show. It's the first time I brought a solo here.
Yeah.
But usually when I gig here, the audiences are so enthusiastic.
We're nice.
Oh, so into
Thirsty,
it.
some
we're
would
so
say.
happy
We're
that
just
someone comes
drunkest
to visit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're just happy someone's giving us some time.
God, it's beautiful. Yeah, there's some.
Because Taylor Swift won't come here, but you will.
You and Coldplay. We thank you.
Yeah, we organised that together.
You and Chris just on the phone. What are you going to wear? It's like, I'm going to wear a denim jumpsuit.
Hey,
Yeah, me
well.
too.
Do not walk to Subiaco.
Did you have a lotto ticket?
Look, I didn't. I just read.
What?
I
You
just heard
didn't?
you guys say that there was I
Two
didn't.
winners.
2 winners, Queensland and New South Wales.
So
That's
you
not
heard
me at
there's a
all.
jackpot of $200 million and you're like, not for me.
Well, Nat, I had someone threaten me with bullets. I feel like all
You've
my
already won
luck's
the
run out.
jackpot.
That's true. That's true.
There's
You're
nothing
making
left for me.
dizzyingly
feel
high
like-
comedy money, right?
Yes, I'm loaded. That's why I walked here. I think the scooter could handle my
In
money.
her denim athleisure wear, which Lululemon will be releasing any second.
Say, there is a gap in the market there, isn't there? Oh, right. Well, thank you so much for coming to visit because, as you say, we're
Oh my
thirsty.
God! Every time you're here, you're coming in.
Yeah,
Yes,
lovely.
please.
Fantastic.
Her show,
So funny.
obviously, everybody go and see it at Oasis Comedy Club. It's a great little club, actually. It's an
Yeah.
awesome venue at the Brisbane Hotel. You're doing shows tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Yes, at 6:30 p.m. Please come. It's really,
It's nice
really
and early.
fun.
And then we can go out for drinks after.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Bron Lewis is.
Yeah.
We said goodbye,
Oh,
but
we're
then we
obsessed
started
with
talking to you
her.
some more, and we found out something truly fascinating about how you got into comedy. Tell
Yeah.
everybody the story.
Well, I got into comedy. I already had 2 kids, and I took my daughter to her first day of prep. And at the school gates, there was another mum there who I later learned was Claire Hooper. You know?
Yes.
WA comedian.
We
Yeah.
had her in just the other
First
day.
Princess.
She used to work here.
And I hadn't realised who she was because I'm an idiot. And so I got along with her famously. 3 months later, I still hadn't worked out how she was famous. And then I just had to eventually just say to her, I'm so sorry, who are you? And she said, oh, I'm Claire Hibbert. And then I was like, oh, my God, I worked it out. And I was like, oh, this is amazing. Comedy, who could do that? And then eventually one day she asked me to help her with a joke. I helped her with a joke. She said, well, do you want to just start?
Can you remember the joke?
Oh, it was something about, I can't remember the joke, but it was something about, she said, I need to work out a connection between cats and the internet.
And you went, boom.
There was a connection.
I was like,
That doesn't make any sense. Cats on the internet or anything. Yeah.
No,
anyway,
they'll
keep
never
I
going.
take
helped her with it. She said, that's great. Let me know when you want to start your comedy career. And I remember having this like physical reaction when she said it. Like we were just texting and I just kind of, I like buckled in my hallway. I was like, oh my God, maybe that's what I want to do. And I was fully a teacher by then, like absolutely in like the thick of it, had no intention of not being a teacher. I thought I was going to die in a school, which was, I didn't realise at the time, wildly depressing for me.
Yeah. And also
then-
quite likely at that point.
Because of Shane and the bullet fence. Yeah.
And then, so she helped me with my first set. We went to an open mic and went so well. And then I was like, oh, this is easy. Comedy's easy. And then the next night I said, oh, you don't have to come to the next one. I've nailed this.
Yeah,
I've got it.
I've done it. Mastered it.
The baby bird has learned to fly.
Exactly. The next night I bombed so badly, and then the next night I bombed so badly, and then I went through a while of doing pretty badly. But the first night of this taste of comedy, of like actually doing well, I was like, oh well, I'm just going to chase the dragon. And I just worked at it really hard because I started in my mid-30s. I already had kids, and I was like, oh, if this is what I want to do, and all of these people around me, all of these who were much younger than me and didn't have kids, I was like, if they've been doing this for a while, they've already got a head start.
No, but you have the advantage of life experience.
They're all
That's
like,
what old people say.
I know, it is. But it's true because they're like, my mum's annoying. Like, shut up, Jay.
So I did Claire's podcast the other day and everyone can download it. I'm the Worst. Check it out. So you, of course, would have done I'm the Worst.
Yes, I did the worst.
So I talked about something terrible I did at primary school.
Your episode, Nathan, was so funny. I was getting my nails done, thanks for noticing. And I just kept bursting out laughing.
We couldn't see them under the sweat. Keep going.
So everyone can go and hear what I'm the Worst. What was yours?
Mine was a bit serious. When you asked, I'm actually a bit nervous about saying this because you'll probably get people ringing in to complain. I was the worst because I had 3 kids, and after my 3rd child was born, I regretted it.
You know what that is? You're just brave enough to admit it.
You've never said anything more relatable.
Yeah, for sure.
And 3's too many.
As a 3rd child, I disagree.
I'm the 3rd child as well, and I think Mum made a mistake.
Or you should have taught her about denim.
I know, exactly. That's where she went wrong. Thank you, Bron. We will actually let you leave the building now. Her show, obviously, at Oasis Comedy Club till Sunday. Tickets from fringeworld.com.au.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Better Homes and Gardens, back tonight for the 30th year.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
30 years
Yeah.
old.
How
It is
good.
mad.
You know what? It makes me feel safe, and the captain of this ship is the reason why.
That's right.
The one and only Joe Griggs. Hi, Joe.
Oh, hello. Lovely to chat with you both. I believe you guys are coming up to some pretty impressive milestones yourself.
Well, we've knocked off 21, but
Yeah.
we're a long way from 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
30's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And I think the secret of the show is it's just a really super positive, family-friendly show that listens to its audience and evolves when it needs to and freshens up when it needs to. And it's just an absolute delight to work on. Like, we love our on-camera team, but we also have a fabulous off-camera team. And you would know, having been in the industry for a long time, that you don't actually have a show that works unless you have a really fabulous team behind it.
We got
Yeah,
some
that's
real
true.
terrible people
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
that have just
Our
been dragging us down. Actually, Joe.
Our success is in spite of the people that are surrounding us. It's actually a bit different.
Joe, I was watching last night. There was a few reruns on, and you get to do some amazing things at Better Homes and Gardens. So you're away with Fast Ed at some island. I don't know where it was actually, and you're cooking paella. Remember that? It was on last night.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, I know even on 7 Plus, they have a whole channel that's devoted to Better Homes and Gardens episodes. And it's like their best episode on 7 Plus by a country mile. So it's funny because people then see you 20 kilos lighter, they see short hair, long hair, side hair, yellow hair.
It's the full spectrum.
But they literally do that. They go, oh, do you remember the house that had the sleepers that were in the and it's amazing. Whether it's sometimes we're watching Auction Squad, which was 5 years before, but House Calls the Rescue. But it is quite amazing when they start talking about it. You do actually remember it, and I think it's because it's always such a positive experience. I think because it is a show that people have watched for so long and made it kind of part of their routine, and you've got all these different generations that come in and out of it, but they actually love it. You always remember it because they open their arms and they open their doors and they're happy to have you there, and then they have a great experience. So I think you always remember the really good things that happen in your life, and that is literally every day on the show.
You know what? I have to say that we are both lucky. We've got a job that we absolutely love as well. But, Joe, if you haven't read the news, we didn't win Lotto.
No, we didn't.
And I know that you didn't win Lotto. So we've been.
And I actually bought a ticket this time.
No,
Right?
I bought three. I bought two from Leederville, and then I went back to my old favourite in Inglewood, and I went there and got one as well, just because I thought I'd hedge my bets.
Lucky
But Joe, we've been talking this morning, right? If we had won Lotto, and just more of the idea of what amount of money would you have to win for you, Johanna Griggs, to pack up shop and walk away from your job?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. To be perfectly honest,
I'm 5 million. Natalie's 5 million. And Sean, what did you say?
He said
I said 500,000.
But now he regrets it because he realised how much debt he's in.
No, that just shows he's more desperate to get away from us.
The weird thing with that is we obviously speak to a lot of people from lots of different walks of life, and I reckon whether it's sports people, and I've done all the years of hosting live sport, or whether it's people in their working lives, and we saw a lot with COVID where people pivoted and changed their lives completely. You actually see a lot of people really struggle. They think that's the dream, and then when they actually take all of that away, they go, oh, now what do I do? I've always thought that I would be able to travel for a while and have some great experiences, but even, you only have to look at past winners of big lottos, and certainly they have lots of shows and lots of articles from winners that have won those massive ones that they have in the States.
Yes.
And I think there's some ridiculous figure where most of them wish that hadn't happened, that it all comes too easily for them.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I've got the exact one.
Myself. That's how I'm consoling myself.
So can you give us a number? What's the number? What's the number, Joe?
I honestly wouldn't know, because I think my husband would have a very different idea to what I would have. He's the one that can spend like there's no tomorrow. There's always a new tractor or some new bloody thing that he
right. He wants proper tractor money, so they're expensive.
I reckon
in a rural area.
I reckon for Joe then it'll probably be around 10 million.
It's 10 or 20 for
You want the best ride on lawnmower. You want the best everything. Well, you can afford it.
Oh, hang on. Have you not met my husband? He's already got the best of everything.
But they bring new ones out all the time, Joe. What's he supposed to do?
That's it.
Hey, get one of those GPS trackers.
Hey, Joe, this show's been such a success. How long does it take, or how long does a season take for you guys to film that, and how much time do you get off?
To be perfectly honest, we work all year round, and we only have about 2 weeks off air a year. And even that now in the summer series, I do fresh things for the summer series, but sometimes we do state-based stories. Sometimes we do, the big travel shows. So it depends. Like, everyone's schedule's different. I obviously do probably the most travel out of everyone.
Yep.
And that changed in the last couple of years. We had to sort of go from doing a lot of travel all around Australia to all of a sudden being stuck in the states that we were in. So I was in New South Wales for a long time, and then I was in Victoria for a long time because I had to be down there to do the Olympics and the Paralympics in 2021. And so it really is hard to say, but between all the other kind of extracurricular things that they do, I'd say it'd be about 4 days a week. So it does leave you time to do other things. I'm on the board of Beyond Blue. I've done that for 9 years. So I'm really proud of the work that I do with that. And that actually, to be on the board, you've got to actually do a lot of things in the community and get out to events. So I do a lot of stuff with that. I work with a couple of other charities that I'm really passionate about. So you are able to actually have a really good balance in your life. And then when I'm not working, if I can, I sneak up to the farm and I just, grow 85% of my veggies. I've got bees, I've got cows, great space for the dogs, and just love to entertain. So all the things that you actually see that we do on the show, kind of like still over in real life.
Yeah. Joe, people forget that you were an amazing athlete back in the day, and is there anybody else?
I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Well,
no, come on.
You were at the Olympics.
Are you serious?
What are you talking about?
No, I actually pulled out of the Olympics. I medalled at Com Games and at World Champs, and I was number one in the world on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, that makes you an amazing athlete.
What a giant loser.
Without being a tosser, I was not even in the top 20 of the swimmers at the time of our era. Like, there were so many of the great.
You are talking yourself
No,
down.
I don't think so.
And the other, what I was going to say is that you have transcended sport. Like, lots of athletes come out and go into the media and do, stuff like hosting the Olympics and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
But for you to do, so long on a lifestyle show, which is a completely different skill set, that's amazing that you've been able to do that.
I feel very, very fortunate that I've had so much variety in my life. So it's like coming up to 32 years since I finished swimming. So it's like, it's quite extraordinary because originally I started just working in sport, and then they got me to do, I actually got axed on maternity leave when I was pregnant with my second child.
Yep.
And so that was like a reality of media. And then I ended up, because of that, being forced to do so many different formats and different genres and different shows that when I came back to Seven, which was like 12 months out from the Sydney Olympics, they were allowed to announce it. And then I got released from the first ever pay TV to go back to free-to-air contract. And I was allowed to host the Sydney Olympics for 3 weeks. Then I went back to Foxtel. And when I came back to Seven after that, they sort of said, look, we love you doing sport, but we actually want to put you in prime time. So what are the things that you like? And so all the things that we do on Better Homes and Gardens, design, cooking, sustainability, eco, themed things. That's all comes from, these are the things I love, and what a perfect fit for this show.
God,
I think it's
how
great.
good.
You just turn around and go, I want to wear a nice, loose-fitting linen shirt, and I want to pick Jasmine with a beautiful basket in front of a farmhouse. And they went, done.
One of the funny things they said, look, how do you feel when they first were asking me about taking over as host? It was like, look, I love the show, and I grew up watching it as well. But the difference is, I actually want to get hands on. I want to be able to get in, and I want to be able to do things. And so that's what they made for the first evolution of the show when they changed it back there 20 years ago. And we've just continued to evolve the show, and it's so driven by what our audience wants. And I think that is one of the real strengths of it.
Yep.
Brilliant,
Joe.
Joe.
Excellent work. You're doing great stuff. Better Homes and Gardens celebrating 30 years on air. It's back tonight on Channel 7 at 7 o'clock. Thanks for talking to us, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
No, thank you, and congratulations on your milestones as well.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. We're nothing. You're number one in the world.
Say it with a gift. Say it with a gift. Send us some honey.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.